What's going on, everyone? So I wanted to bring some attention to this, some story updates for the game that they mentioned in a recent event that they had in Japan. This event being called the Arks Friendship Caravan, where they had a whole tournament with line strike and everything of the sort, pretty much an offline little event that they had. And of course, Hamazaki was there, so they did ask him some questions. I just want to kind of highlight some things here, just a real quick and short one, but it will be interesting, will be of note for those of you who are invested in the story and are looking to what's going to happen for the rest of the year, what kind of are they thinking to be happening with the game and the franchise, so, and just this one line really kind of sums it up. So let's go ahead and dive in, but first be sure to like and subscribe. Helps out tremendously. Thank you very much. So last thing here, they did have a whole event. It was called the Arks Friendship Caravan, and pretty much this event pretty much consisted of a whole bunch of offline stuff. We can go ahead and put this to English, but it consisted of a whole lot of offline stuff, bunch of line strike tournaments, so that was always enjoyable. But pretty much it's just your fan, meet and greet, and that Sega holes, and Hamazaki was there. And so you scroll down, you see some things that they did, both time attack, line of strike, heated, venue in a glowing match development. So there's a handful of things that they had here. As you can see, people participating, some awards were handed out. Of course, there's artwork and people gaming in here. They have gaming setups there. But nonetheless, what we're really trying to dive down to, as you see all this stuff on the screen, and you see these, look at these messages, and it's always great to see the community active and Sega doing things like that. Of course, this game is primarily based in Japan, so naturally, this is where all the offline and greeting events are going to be at for the most part, right? But if you scroll down here, you see that they did talk to Hamazaki for a little bit, which is the series director. And, most of it was really just about the impressions that he had for the offline event, and if more offline events will be happening in the future. And he kind of just chit-chatted for a little bit, but really what I want to go down to is really this one right here is the regular update of in-game stories this year. Let's kind of zoom into there. So a regular update of in-game stories this year. And as you can see, he says, this year we plan to start a short episode story after June. I'm thinking of delivering a story where I can go through some short episodes and see new enemies and new fields. I think there are many users who are looking forward to it, and I am preparing for delivery now. So they're preparing for it. And this is pretty much emphasis on talking about, what we're going to be looking to after June. He's planning to add some short episodes, and there's some mention here of seeing new enemies and new fields. Of course, new fields is always a big one. We know that they're working on some sort of new field. We don't know what it is, but we're hoping it's worthwhile nonetheless. And this kind of just gives some insight to you, so that way I think it's really easy to kind of, as a player, to wonder, okay, well, what are they going to do next? How long is it going to go? Are they actually working on things? And so. So I think even just small things like this are good for the player base to see. So, when they talk about, so that way okay, yeah, they are indeed working on things. They do indeed still have visions moving forward for the game and for what they want to do with the story and the gameplay and everything like that. So I think this is always good to know. And then also down here, the second point I wanted to show was this one right here. Are you planning any updates other than adding cards to the line strike? And so Hamazaki responds, I have not planned the current situation. However, I was playing with a lot of people who liked it, as it showed a big excitement at this tournament. He's referring to line strike here, talking about line strike, but he's really kind of emphasizing here, however, since there are many voices that want the main action and quest to be prioritized, we want to make updates that will make users more enjoyable and change without changing the way users interact or minigame position, I think. And pretty much and this is just using the translate button, so obviously it doesn't read appropriately. But pretty much what he's just saying here is that he understands that the player base, really wants some of these gameplay elements prioritized. Of course, that's been a major concern or a major vocalized issue over the years, is that sometimes it feels like, they're just focusing on too much that's not gameplay oriented. Maybe it's obviously they were working on creative space for a long time there, but now that's out the way. Most things that were hindering them to fully focus on gameplay are pretty much not there. And they understand that the player base really wants focus on this action and gameplay elements. So I do think that these two responses right here, which are really what are pertaining to the game, the rest of this is pertaining to the event, the offline event, line strike. But I think that these two responses right here are really ones I want to highlight to y'all, just to kind of just keep y'all in the know and keep y'all understanding that, you know, there's progress always being made on the game, and that they do understand, they do hear the complaints or the worries or the issues that we may have as the player base. So hopefully this was informative to you, and be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, let me know what you think about the whole thing, and let me know what you're looking for. Let me know if you've been enjoying the Val fight, all the above. But nonetheless, I will see you on the next one. Much love. Holla. Spike content.